Hi, everybody. Welcome back for another goosebump moment. These are those moments when you can't deny that we are connected to something greater than this physical world. Today, my guest is Carol Waldman. She has a story to tell you that is guaranteed to make your skin erupt. So, Carol, thank you for coming on the air here and sharing with us.
My pleasure. My story starts with my daughter, Jordana, who passed away because she completed suicide 7 years ago. Needless to say, I was grief-stricken and guilt-ridden and all the other things that come with that. And I had a reading with you, Suzanne, somewhere, I guess, a year later or something. And you actually channeled my daughter. You actually had her words coming out of your mouth. So you addressed me as Mummy.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't happen too often. When I have a really strong, clear connection, I just get out of the way and they just talk. So it's always great when we get messages that are really meaningful to us in a reading, but people who are new to mediumship and don't understand how it works might enjoy and benefit from hearing about any evidence that your daughter got through in our reading. Were there things that I brought through that I couldn't possis have known, so that everybody knows I didn't just make up that beautiful sentence that came from her?
No, for sure. We live in Canada, and you said that you saw New York City playing a very important role, and you said that you saw a romantic relationship that was playing a role, and those were really, really very significant. You talked about her personality that was right on. So yeah, I knew for sure that you had my daughter. There was no question about that. And I had asked if there was anything more I could have done to have prevented the suicide. And out of your mouth came the words, "Mummy, you did all you could do. There was nothing more you could have done." I had a recording from you of this session. I saved it. I don't even remember where I saved it. I've got too many places to save things on. And sometimes the things are too painful to go back to.
Sure.
And, but every morning I would talk to my daughter on my way to work when I was in the car.
And that's a really good practice because they definitely hear you.
Well, yes, she did, because I would also play music from my iTunes on my car stereo system. I had about 3,000 songs that were on random play. And one day, maybe a year and a half after our reading, I was talking to my daughter and playing music through the car stereo on my way to work. And I asked again, was there anything more I could have done to have prevented this? The song that was playing ended, and the next song that came on spontaneously was your recording. And it jumped into the middle, where within 10, 20 seconds was, "There is nothing more you could have done, Mummy. You did all you could do."
Oh, definitely goosebumps. Ooh.
And to top that off, I was seeing a spiritual life coach who asked me what I learned from that. And I said, I learned that I can't blame myself anymore. And when I said that, I had the goosebumps. You feel I had the energy going up and down my body. I call it an energy hug.
Energy hug. Great. I love that.
But I got this feeling up and down my whole body that was so strong. Somebody related it to like a Kundalini experience. And not only did I feel it, but the spiritual counselor also felt it. And it was saying, "That's right, Mummy. You are not to blame." So that was my goosebump moment.
How did that affect your personal healing journey?
It was like a light going on. Oh. Literally, at that point, I could go on and start living my life. It was a huge, dramatic turn for me. Between the two incidences of the recording coming on, and then getting the confirmation in terms of the energy hug a few days later, it was like saying, "You've got it, you've got to go on, you have to start living your life." And I really believe that this is why so many people who have lost children look at me and say, how are you doing? How is it possible that you're living your life and you're enjoying your life? And I tell them about what happened to me.
And it's like we say all the time, it's because you now know she may not be here in physical form, but our loved ones who have passed are still with us, and you don't move forward without them. Now you know you move forward with her. She pulled off a really good one with that. The timing, yes. Words, again, with the goosebumps. So it's just beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
My pleasure. And thank you for your role in this.
Well, I love it when I get used. All right, everybody. Like I say every time, talk to your loved ones. They hear you, and just keep your eyes open and be aware for the signs, because they are working overtime to let you know they are still right here. Love never dies.